All right, one of the things you can do to increase the performance of your system and extenuate the longevity of the system itself is to make sure that you've got the proper size return airs. Probably about half the homes we go into now that are older model homes are shortly lacking in return air. One of the factors we go by is you need 200 square inches of return air per ton of air for the system itself. So if you've got a 4-ton system, you need about 800 square inches. If you've got a 5-ton system, you need about 1,000 square inches of return air. Right now we're looking at a system that's a 5-ton system, and we're going to measure the grill space here to ensure that we have proper amount of return air. And if not, then we're going to talk to the customer about what we can do to increase the return air and provide more efficiency to the system.
This one's a 24
right now we've got 24 by 10, so we've got 240 square inches on this side. And over here we're going to measure this one. This one is a 30 by 10, so we've got 300 square inches here. So for a total of 540 square inches. So for a 5-ton system, we're about half of where we want to be, a little over half of what we need to be. So in order to do this, another thing we would like to do is, instead of having the filtration underneath the base here, which restricts your airflow going across the coil, when you're running it in the cool mode, your coil sits in there and it sweats like a glass of ice water. It builds up condensation. You've got the air that's pulling in through your return grills here, going across the coil, evaporates the water, turns into cold air, disperses throughout the house. If you have improper return air sizes, then you're not pulling enough air to evaporate that water, turns into rust, corrosion, and eventually leaks and high cost of repair parts. And also, if you have the filtration underneath the base itself, underneath the unit, as the air is being pulled in there, it's getting restricted right before it goes across the coil, so it's killing the velocity of the air going across it. So when we talk to customers about increasing the return air sizes, instead of putting what we call stamp face grills, which are these grills right here, we like to put on filter holder grills. The difference being is that it would be a grill just like this, except it has latches on it. I'm sure a lot of people have seen it. Opens up and it puts a filtration right here at the grill space instead of underneath the unit. It gives you two benefits. It allows the air to pick up velocity, and it will restrict the air going through the grill itself, but then the blower motor picks up the air, it'll pick up the velocity going across the coil, blow more air across the coil, evaporates more water, and then that also correlates into longer life of your coil and your system as well. You don't have the mildew problems, you don't have high static pressure problems, and it's just beneficial to have the proper return size on every single unit that we go to.